what's up guys? I wanted to do sort of an unboxing video. It's not really traditional unboxing because I've already seen what's in this box. It's kind of a big deal. I got this box about a week or so ago from the one, the only Bill Ystrom of Be Something Studios, now Zagone. We made a deal and he sent me this box, and I kind of knew it was going to be in the box, but I didn't know the extent of how awesome everything was going to be in the box. And so I'm going to show you some of this stuff, and it's sort of mind-blowing. I'm a little blown away by it, but I had to show you guys because I know we're all big fans, so it's pretty cool. So I'm just going to start it off with the big bang. You guys know I've been looking for a hooded skull for a while. Everybody wants a hooded skull. Well, everybody wants an OG hooded skull. I got the second sculpture over here, but I didn't have that OG hooded skull until now. So check this out. Open this huge box. Got a big box of stuff from Chicago, and first one right out of the box in a cool Zagone bag is a hooded skull. OG hooded skull. Now this hood is not OG. Bill didn't have one of the OG ones to throw on it because this is a Paint Master. This is actually the Paint Master. This is the first one ever out of the mold back in the day, 76, 77, whatever it was. I don't even really know. But look at that thing. It's thick pull. It's the first one ever. It's in pretty incredible condition, hand painted by Bill, obviously sculpted by him. And the hood was never attached because this one they were using for the actual catalog pictures. So those original catalog pictures of Hooded Skull, boom! This is it right here. And I got to get myself an OG hood to throw on eventually. But Bill gave me this newer Zagone hood just to throw on temporarily, and it's still pretty incredible, if you ask me. So I finally got my Hooded Skull, and there he is right there. The original first pull, painted by Bill Ystrom, straight out of the mold, Paint Master, first one ever from the catalog. The box continues, and this box, let me tell you, is way out of control. Here we have one that's not a Paint Master, that was just a production copy, and it's not in the best shape. It's a little cracky and a little rotten, but it is Bloody Mary. I never had this mask. I always wanted it. I'm pretty excited. This was the mask the killer was wearing in Savage Weekend, which makes it even cooler because I like when they used all those fun Be-Somethings in shitty horror movies back in the day. Pretty cool mask. This guy's pretty cool. I don't even know this mask. When I first opened it, I couldn't even recognize it. But Bill said it was known as Jawbreaker, and this is a prototype they did. They actually, I think they put a couple out with hoods and maybe some different color hair. But this is one of the original prototypes that Bill hand painted, and it had hair. And I don't think this was ever released with this hair on it in this same kind of design. So that's pretty sick. So this, for all you know, I know it's pretty much a one-of-a-kind mask right here. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see, what else we got? We got this. Another Paint Master, straight out of the original molds, hand-painted by Bill himself. We got the Alien. Alien Invader, I think he was called. Pretty awesome mask. One of the OG ones, hand-painted. Probably showed up in one of the catalogs at some point. Pretty much priceless. Pretty awesome. Pretty good addition to the collection, if I say so myself. Let's see what else we got. Got a Quasimodo here. Pretty awesome. Didn't have this mask either. This is just a production copy, but it's one of the first production copies from back in the day. Bill just had it in his collection because he liked this mask. It's got a little bit of wear on it. It's the fact that it comes out of, you know, his original collection, his personal collection, makes it pretty cool. So I love this mask. Sculptor's amazing. Still looks awesome today. And the hair is in really good shape. Mask in pretty good shape. Besides that little bit of cracking, it's pretty sick. You wouldn't believe it. This box never ends. It's just filled with treasures. Full-blown mask gold. Be something gold. I know you guys know this guy. This is Dr. Deranged. This is another paint master photographed in the early catalogs. I don't know, what was it, 78 or something like that? I'm not even sure about the dates and stuff like that. But this guy, his hair's coming off a little bit. He's got a little bit of cracking, but that's the OG right there. It doesn't get more OG than that. It's bigger than the ones I've seen just because it's one of the early ones out of the master molds. So, finished by Bill himself. Pretty awesome. Dr. Deranged. Here. Oh, this is a big deal right here. I had a Thug in the collection already, but this is the Thug. Another catalog copy, another paint master, one of the early ones out of there. Hand painted by Bill. You can see this is when they were still kind of working out the prototype, so the burglar mask doesn't even really fit perfectly on this mask yet because they haven't really worked out the size and materials they were going to use on that burglar mask. So it's pretty awesome. Bill told me a cool story too about Thug. He was based on Iggy Pop from the back of the New Values album back in like '78 or whatever year it was. They at Be Something they had that LP on the wall, and they were constantly having it in rotation, and there was this picture that was on the back of the LP of Iggy Pop, and he sort of looked like this, and Bill used that as his major influence. And then when the CD came out, that picture didn't show up anywhere in the CD booklet, so it's kind of cool little tidbit of Be Something history right there. Love this. Genius mask. It's also a little bigger too because it came out of those master molds. What else we got? Oh, this is a good one right here. This is Demon or Damon or however you really say this. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure this is just a production copy. But this is an awesome mold and it's original. Let me see. Is this? Yeah, this is production copy, but it's pretty awesome. It's in decent shape. It's got some crackages and stuff like that, but it's still pretty cool. Like I said, from Bill's personal collection, all this stuff. So now it's in mine, one of the OGs. Pretty excited about that. I know they did a different sculpture of this later on and made it with a movable jaw at some point. And I have one of those too, probably like, you know, from the 2000s, you know, early 2000s. But just awesome mask. It's just a cool design. It's got kind of like pentagram shaped head, super evil, just awesome. Put this boy back. So this is all one box, by the way, so you could just imagine how I was cracking into this thing when I first opened it. Just pretty sick. This guy, sort of in the vein of that last Demon mask, awesome furry beast, is a Vampire Bat. Now this guy, he was a master, and he's run out of gum latex, so he's real supple and real high quality pull right there. This thing looks like it was made yesterday, but it's older than me. So pretty awesome, hand painted again by Bill, part of his personal collection, and one of the first ones probably in the catalogs from back then. So the fact that this stuff has lasted this long, you know, in Bill's possession, and now, you know, he sold them to me, I'm kind of blown away. It's historical stuff. Put that away. Vampire Bat, ass kicker. Speaking of an ass kicker, this is a banger right here that sits right behind me. The Executioner. here's another one for you. OG Executioner. Bill had a crazy story about Executioner that is when Franco-American started the mask deal with Be Something. They were making these, and Travelers Trading came and did some knockoffs. They actually remolded this sculpture and released one as close as they possibly could to this design. So a whole lawsuit went down. Everybody went to court. And apparently, Travelers won the lawsuit, and they got to produce this mask, and Be Something wasn't even allowed to produce it anymore. So that's just a pretty awesome backstory for this mask, which is one of the coolest designs in Halloween masks ever. So it's pretty nuts that they technically didn't own this mask at the end of the deal. So that's kind of why Bill grabbed one of these, just production copies, just because it's kind of historical and they couldn't really make it anymore, so he wanted to hold on to it for posterity. But now I got it, Ystrom's copy. I got a pile of masks right here. My mask gold just sitting right next to me. Pretty awesome. So this one is a little more updated. It's not. Still technically vintage, but not 70s like most of the stuff we've been looking at. But I know you recognize this guy, Shell Shocked by Jordu Shell. Only difference with this one is it just happens to be the paint master that Jordu sculpted him, painted. It just happens to be the paint master that Jordu painted himself at Be Something and gave to Bill, so that all the other productions could come off of this master. So that's hand painted by Jordu Shell Shock. You can see the size of it, much bigger than the production copies, and hand painted, super detailed, just awesome sculpture by the man himself. Awesome. Kind of blown away by that. So this is pretty much all the stuff I got except one. Now this is a serious banger. This is like, historical stuff, because this is a one-of-a-kind mask. There's no mask like this that exists anywhere on the planet, because this is the OG original prototype for the Tri-Fang. This is the Tri-Fang right here. Now, this, whatever video quality this is, it'll never do you justice, because this is probably one of the sickest masks I've ever seen in my life. It was done when in 78, Bill told me. He did this in 78 as a prototype for the movable jaw masks that Zagone and Be Something would eventually, make famous. And at the time in 78, they just didn't think that they had it in them in production to make this thing. It was just too hard to produce, so they shelved it for years and years. And so this little beauty just kind of sat in Ystrom's possession for the longest time. And eventually, when they were trying to work out the movable jaw masks and get some new designs out on the line there, Rich Zagone saw this, and they put it out in 2006. But they put it out with a white paint job and different hair, I think just white hair. And I don't know if they called it Tri-Fang or something else, but I've never seen one of those. I don't know where those are. I'm sure they went into production, so they're around somewhere. But this one is one of a kind, with this gray paint job and this cool gray hair, and it's the only one that exists. So from 1978 to 2006, this thing just kind of sat there, never to see the light of day, and here it is. And I got it, and look at the detail on this thing. It's crazy, covered in scales, crazy triple fang, movable jaw, perfect hair. It's just, this thing is insane. I am like blown away by it. So that's the museum piece right there, man. That's like, I'm gonna put this behind bulletproof glass or something like that. But that's the box I got from good old Bill Ystrom by himself. His personal collection of stuff, paint masters, catalog pieces, legendary shit we're talking about right here. I'm pumped to have it. I'm gonna post some more pictures of them so you guys get, you know, a better look at everything I got. And if you guys have any questions, let me know what's up, and I'll see if I can answer some of that stuff. And if not, I'll ask Bill, because he did it, man. He was the man. So thanks for checking it out, and peace out. And Hooded Skull, suck it.